Hello, everybody. What is up? What is up? It is Selena Wilson here, C. Wilson Success, your motivational entrepreneur. And I am coming here today, as always, to talk money, to talk finances, most importantly, to encourage you to build and have a home-based business. As I always say, a lot of people say, well, what is it that I'm going to do? I don't have a business. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a corporation, okay? You can use what you have, dig into your talents. What is it that you do naturally? And there's your business from there. Thank you for tuning in. Also, as I come, I'm always coming to give you some inspiration to take with you, to be a constant reminder, okay, that this business, you need support, you need the motivation. It can be overwhelming, but at the end of the day, you can do it, okay? Now, what I'm going to come to you today is what I want to talk about is for those of you who now have a business, who have your business established, you're putting it on social media, you're getting out there, okay? One of the things that I want to talk about, actually there's a couple of things, but what I want to talk about is what to avoid now that you are on social media, now that you are branding yourself, you're branding your business. What are some of the things that you should avoid when it comes to this experience, okay? Or this endeavor, rather, because, you know, this is going to be an ongoing strategy for you to market yourself, right? So these are things that you should avoid, especially when building a brand and marketing yourself in social media. Number one, don't be misleading. Try to be as real as you can, okay? People are going to be able to see through the phoniness. You know, I know you've seen people where you're like, you know, it's just something about you. I like you. I get it, but it's just something. You know, don't be misleading. There's a lot of people, you know, you get on social media and, you know, you're starting out and you're excited, and then you see these same individuals that are also in the same arena as you, you know, or maybe they're not in the same arena, but they're also branding themselves on social media. You see they're getting all these followers, they're getting all this content out there, you know, and it just seems like you and everyone else is probably just kind of dragging at the wayside, but you don't know what that person had to go through, or you don't know how long that person has been on social media to get where they are. But a lot of times people look at that and they're not looking into what it took to get there. And so they want what that person has. Okay. And so now they're looking at ways to, how can I get more followings? What can I do to get more likes? What can I do to get more shares? Or what can I do to get more people to invest in me? You know, and so a lot of times people go to being misleading, you know, and saying things and doing things that is not ethical. And that is just not truthful, you know, and then in the end, people are going to seek it out or whatever. And you just don't want to put all this time into building yourself, building this business, and get on social media and be misleading, only to find that that's going to backfire in your face, okay? And then it's going to what? It's going to tank, it's going to tarnish your business, it's going to tarnish your brand, and it's going to be really hard to come back from. So, misleading, always be yourself, okay? This takes time. When you first start out, you're probably not going to like how you present yourself on camera, okay? There's a lot of mine starting out, I don't like them, but I put them out there because it's great value and it's great content and it's something that I want to share, but I learn. Okay, and you can learn, okay? You don't have to be misleading to get it, you know? What's meant for you is for you, okay? So if you do it accordingly, it'll all fall into place, all right? Okay, so number two, what I want to talk about is know your audience. You don't want to be putting in time and time into all of this content, all of this planning, all of this just to be talking to a wall, okay? Like you want to have a specific audience that you're targeting, okay? Because it's not going to mean anything if you're just talking to the wall. The wall can't give you a response. The wall can't invest in you. The wall can't like, share, so you have to know your audience, know your target, know who you're talking to, and talk to that audience. Okay, every time you get on social media to brand yourself, you're talking to that audience that you want to hear. Like me, I'm talking to my Black and brown women. I'm talking to entrepreneurs. I am talking to people who want to build a brand and leave a legacy and form generational wealth, not only for them, but for their children, their children's children, those who don't even have kids, just to leave a legacy. That's who I'm talking to. So when I come, my content is going to match up with that. Okay, so that's who you want to talk to. You want to know your audience, know who you're talking to. Okay. Number 3, being obnoxious and combative and vulgar. You can't come on with a vendetta for the competitor or a vendetta against someone else and vent that. No one wants to hear that. If I come on, nobody wants to hear how, oh, well, this person, oh, their ads is this, or they said this. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear, what can you give me? They don't want that negative energy. They don't want to hear you vent. They want to hear what it is that you have to say, what it is that you want me to pay attention to and listen. What do you want me to hear? Okay, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the foul mouths. If you're one who can't seem to find another word to say, but you have to cuss, you got to work on that. Not everybody likes that. Not everybody is in that. And when you're building a business, you have to become more professional. So that means that you're going to start to put yourself amongst professionals who speak professional, and you have to do the same. You can't just come in there like, oh yeah, this or whatever your word is, the S word, whatever your word is. You have to dimmy it down, okay? And become professional, okay? Don't vent. Don't get out there cussing. Don't get out there becoming combative, because that is also going to tarnish you, and you don't want to get tarnished before you just get started. Okay. So that good idea that you have can all go down at the wayside if you don't know how to present yourself properly. So always come professional. Okay. Number 4, follow up with your comments, follow up with your emails, follow up with your subscribers. Let them know that you are out there. Hey, here I am. Yes, I am a real person. Yes, I own this. Yes, this is my brand. I hold authority of this. Okay. Even those comments or emails that you may get that you don't like, comment and say, you know what? Thank you for your opinion. I appreciate that, and move forward. Okay, don't go back if it's a bad one, like, wait a minute, boo, boo, boo. We just talked about number 3. Don't be combative. Just take it with a grain of salt. Thank you for your comment, and move forward. But follow up with your subscribers, follow up with your comments, follow up with your emails. I know a lot of times we get busy, we're not able to do it, but get into that role. Make that a habit as well. Okay. Number 5 follows number 3 along with the others. Stay professional. You always want to be professional. When you're coming to the scene, you want to be as professional as you can. Okay? Because you want people to see you and take you serious. If you have a business, you have to show that you have authority of that business. And this is the representation of the business. You're the representation of your business. So how do you want your business to be represented? Okay? So always stay professional. Number 6, don't be afraid to pivot. Okay? I know a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, we want to stay in that certain arena, stay in what we think works, instead of going back to the drawing board, making changes. A lot of us don't like change, but change is good. Okay? Change is good. Change is good. Say it with me. Change is good. Okay? Change is good. So don't be afraid to switch things up, Pivot another way. If you have a certain marketing opportunity or any strategy to get content out there to draw more individuals, draw a following, don't be afraid to take that, okay? I always stress, face the fear. Do what you fear the most because that's where the prize is at the end, okay? So don't be afraid to pivot, okay? So I hope you got a ton of value. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Selena Wilson here, C. Wilson Success. Before I go, I have not forgotten, I have to give you my little sprinkle of inspiration, things to get you moving in your entrepreneur endeavor, okay? There's 3 words I want you to think about: ability, motivation, and attitude. I'm going to say that again: ability, motivation, and attitude. Ability is, what are you capable of? Ability is going to allow you to pull out those capabilities and maximize on those capabilities. Okay? So ability, what is it that you're capable of doing? Number 2 is the motivation. Motivation is going to determine what you do. Okay? How motivated are you to get going? How motivated are you to tap into those abilities? Okay? And number 3 is your attitude. Okay? Your attitude is going to determine how well you do it. How well are you going to execute? How well are you going to stay consistent at doing what you want to do to make yourself successful? Okay, so ability, motivation, attitude. Selena Wilson here again, C. Wilson Success. Thank you for tuning in. Success is now. The time is now. Take a look in the descriptions to get started on how to build your business and get your financial IQ in order. See you next time.